It's funny, me and Reid were just talking, he made a joke that he just went from, the cathedral to 400 years in the future. And this game, actually, like, the scope of this game is pretty massive. Not a whole lot of games cover, because I think you go all the way back to 65,000 BC at one point. All the way up to 12,000 AD, I believe. Princess Nadia, or Nadia.
Well, it's really interesting to, we have to consider them having thought out, like, the span of human history that much in this game, and sort of take, like, the changes into consideration.
Mm.
Maybe not as in-depth as a person could, but still.
Mm. Kidnapping Princess... Oh no, I'm being branded as a terrorist. All these guards are after me. They've detained me. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
so remember how the Chancellor said we need to create a justice system?
Yes.
This is the result of Yakra.
Ah, cool.
I don't know what... Oh, yeah, okay, yes, I do understand what that is now. The square thing is a pedestal. And then you're standing at... Yeah, okay. I always thought it was some weird chair and Chrono was standing in it backwards. So Pierre is my lawyer. And I think he's really incompetent. So I'm in charge.
Okay, we only took her on a short boat ride, okay? We didn't go far.
And she happened to go 400 years in the past at some point. And got ripped out of existence. Yeah, but that wasn't directly our fault.
That podium does look taller than Chrono, though.
Yeah, it's like you could just move him a lot closer to it.
Yeah. Like 2 steps forward.
Yeah.
One step back.
Shall we employ the guillotine? Chrono being judged by a jury of his peers. Do you know who said that a jury is only made up of people too stupid to get out of jury duty?
I have never heard that. That's a pretty great quote.
It's just an argument against the idea of being judged by a jury of your peers. Alright, so I'm being charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. That's suggesting that there's...
Premeditated.
Sorry.
There was no one to mediate it.
No one mediated
on your own.
But, like, that suggests that there's, like, just random abduction of royalty. Like,
I just woke up and the princess was, like, tied up in my closet. I don't know how it happened.
No, it's like, you just saw her, was like, yeah, I'll take that. She did ask if she could join me. Pierre, you are going hard in the paint on this one. Who actually started this whole mess? Marley? She started it. We have witnesses who say you were the one who bumped into the princess. I did not bump into the princess. That wasn't how it happened at all.
I didn't see the sprites touch. Actually. There was like a force in between them.
She was the one who asked to follow me around. I didn't start this. She was just fucking running around everywhere. I even tried to talk to her and she just smashed heads with me instead.
This is bad. Every time I say a thing, I keep wanting to make like a Naruto reference. I don't want to be that guy. Not an obsessive fan. I've just read a lot of it lately. I'm sorry, everyone.
What does he have against me?
He's probably just an angry old man.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
Little girl is going to vouch for the character of this defendant. So this was me bringing the cat back to this little girl.
Ah, okay.
He brought me my kitty.
So if you don't do that, do you just get imprisoned? Or do you get imprisoned anyway? That happens, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure you go to prison regardless. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember anyway, I won't spoil things.
I just don't know if it actually changes anything. Her fortune did not tempt me.
It just makes you feel better about yourself.
So he's asking if the fortune tempted me? I mean, Chrono had absolutely no knowledge that she was the princess at all. So anyway, if you don't bring her back her cat, you can also eat this guy's lunch. if you go to the pendant before going to her, people will suggest that you were after her. I think there was another thing you could do. There's a way you can make it so no one votes guilty. Like there's another thing you can do. Right. I know this is a completionist guide, everyone, but I'm not.
Although we're also not taking the time to look things up. We're just going off of like Nick's experience.
And I've beat this game quite a few times. But if I forgot something, I'd be happy for you guys to enlighten me in the comment section. Yeah, why would you vote guilty? Well, there you have it, folks. I am not guilty. All the not guilties are on the right.
Bam. Fuck that one guy.
There's two guys over there on the left. The verdict is not guilty. Okay, here we go. This is what I
saw. You weren't a bad guy, but you did a thing. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I still allowed her to do things she shouldn't have been allowed to do.
But do you have the authority to stop her? She's still a princess.
Well, he didn't know. Well, Chrono didn't know she was the princess until she had disappeared.
Yeah.
Right. I ran off with her for 3 days.
Well,
I mean, all they're doing to me, even though this is a monarchy, right? All they're doing to me for running off with the princess for 3 days is solitary confinement for 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty lucky in a monarchy.
Well, I feel like the problem you're facing here is the Steiner problem. Is you have an obligation to protect the princess, but the princess also is yours. Like she's in charge of you and can order you around. So it's where's the line between like following her wishes and doing things for her own
and doing what you believe to be your job.
Steiner from Final Fantasy IX. Anyone who didn't catch that, that's one of the central problems he has throughout the game.
He's actually a pretty solid character.
He is surprisingly
for being like aesthetically a really dumb character.
Yeah. And
now the execution is 3 days away.
Well, that escalated quickly.
And then this guy said, so the Chancellor really wants
I don't recall there being an execution.
So there we go. That guy asked for, that guy wanted a justice system, but the justice system is apparently very bureaucratic because this guy, all he had to say was...
Wow, he just slashed you unconscious. That's pretty shitty.
Alright, so we're out right now.
What is that pink bundle? Is that a hunk of meat?
That usually means food.
It's got it's a big chunk of raw meat is what it looks like.
Well, no, it's been tied up. It's
Nope, it's that's a whole cow rib. Just covered in rotting cow flesh.
Got one ether. I
really have a positive view of prison.
I think what you do might affect, like, if no one votes you guilty, that bundle might be a really good thing. Maybe. Anyway, so we're gonna save here. The trial. The trial's already been done, and apparently we've been convicted guilty of 2 days until the execution. So this guy's coming in to wail on me.
With swords. Which, like, you're probably just dead right now.
Blunted.
Reverse blade sword. You see how many anime references we can make in the course of this Let's Play.
Apparently, like, they didn't take my sword away.
You hid that huge ass like katana.
So now I've taken what was like accidental kidnapping of royalty and not really to straight murder of royal guards.
Yep.
Gotta do whatever you can to get out of prison. But Chrono's just a monster now.
Like
those guards were really just doing their job. Like, that guy didn't have to wail on me.
Well, I mean, it was like, guard brutality. But, Chrono, like, I don't see why you can't just wait out your 3 days.
No, because I'm going to be
because they're going to kill you. Right. Never mind. That's a really good reason as to why you can't wait out your 3 days.
But it's,
Well, I mean, I don't know. In that situation, if you know you're armed and it's your life or theirs in this kind of setting.
It's true.
I mean, I don't advocate like
the
death row inmates killing their. But in like a fantasy setting where you have a sword and know you've done no wrong and have a full video game ahead of you. I think it's okay to kill guards to get into prison.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. You know, let's play RPGs advocating the murder of prison guards. That's what I want everyone to understand.
Not an animated skeleton. He's dancing. Look at him
It's
going.
a descendant?
Weird.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
not a descendant. Descendant, so like he dissents? Like, does he disagree? Is that his thing?
But that's not how you spell
Is that why
descent,
he's
is it?
imprisoned?
Isn't descent like D-I-S-S-E-N-T?
Yeah, but is a descendant someone
Aren't you a
who's-
dissenter if you're if you dissent?
Yeah.
Someone who's good at English or really bad at Japanese.
Oh, this is a neat thing. It's actually
Translation.
like you don't know this is a thing until you you can sneak around these guys.
Really?
And then
Assassinate them from behind. That's awesome.
no, you just knock them out.
He's probably dead. Like, he's been getting knocked out for a while. That's like super bad for you.
It was super bad for you. It's just a bunch of ethers there.
Finally finished season 3. Like, finally watched 3 episodes.
Oh, that's good.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that guy looks angry. And like he can't see very well at all. Omicron!
Omicron? Is it like the bad guy from... What's it called? Transformers?
Transformers, what was his name?
Isn't that Omicron?
Something like that.
Omnicron?
I think that, yeah, maybe.
Again, neckbeards out there. Not that you're neckbeards. Could be. But
Some
we still
people
don't.
have beards and also necks. Do we even figure out how to get into like these rooms?
Yeah, that... Well,
What
there's
if maybe you've tried closing the other gate then opening the other one? Have you tried that?
That's what I tried in the other room. I haven't tried it here.
Like there's only a certain amount of opening power. It has to be dispersed amongst the doors or something.
I don't think there's electricity.
Why not? It's been 400 years since we last didn't have electricity.
Fantasy settings do not have growth.
That's true.
Although in 1,000 years it... Well, see, this
I
setting-
assume it later becomes like super technological.
Well, it just mirrors our own. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Like their 1000 AD and 600 AD are similar to ours, and they're
Okay.
because 1999 is when cataclysmic event occurs,
Ah.
and this game was finished in 1995.
Who made this game? Nostradamus?
Yeah, this game was only off by 2 years for a cataclysmic event to occur that changed the shape of our world. Okay, he can see me there. Oh. Yep. And there it is. The first stealth element I ever
Encountered in a video game.
came across in a video game.
Didn't play enough Metal
Oh,
Gear
no.
Solid.
Didn't play enough what?
Didn't play enough Metal Gear Solid.
I actually have never played an MGS game.
I have not either. I would like to. I really want to get the HD collection sometime.
Oh yes, that would be a good idea. Well, that looks like some poor sucker about to be guillotined.
H, help me.
Yeah, those really should be hyphens, I guess, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Cool. Like I'll be like.
Oh, it's Fritz!
Oh, cool. This is Iron Maiden just hanging around.
Not something you usually see just being somewhere.
Like the one in the corner, good spot. The one just out in the middle of the room, that should probably be in a corner.
Oh, here we go.
There were any spirits this time.
Nope, they just already were in the things.
This is two of them. I really want to think of them as the Descendants, like the punk band.
Or that movie, right? Isn't that movie called The Descendants?
Nah, definitely the punk band. Milo Goes to College, great album.
I hear The Descendants is supposed to be super depressing, actually. Anyway, so we're again completionisting this, so I won't be leaving this place until I've searched every room.
Every nook and cranny.
There's still one direction.
Every crook and nanny.
There's still one direction I haven't gone.
One Direction.
Yeah, we're not. They're pretty bad, I guess. I don't know. People tell me they're pretty bad. I haven't really heard a lot by them.
I don't think they're really any worse than like any other boy band.
Yeah. You know who I actually just like really genuinely join in the hate with?
Who?
Is Justin Bieber. Like I really think he just doesn't do anything for himself, and his recent London tour was just like a cavalcade of him being a whiny child. He showed up 2 hours late for his own concert.
You can only do that if you're Axl Rose.
Everyone hated Axl Rose for that.
Everyone does hate Axl. Everyone hates Axl Rose for a lot of reasons.
Like, and at least Axl Rose is good at music.
At what he does, yeah.
So these guys you can't attack when their shields are up. You have to wait until they... So they're called blue shields until they look at you. Then they're
Justin Bieber's not, like... He's not untalented. Like, he can sing pretty well.
He can sing pretty well. And only pretty well.
Yeah.
And I mean, being able to sing well isn't what I judge people by. It's how it's the only way we judge people these days.
Yeah.
In terms of their musical, like Chris Cornell is my favorite singer, I think.
Chris Cornell's great, yeah.
But I don't think he would have made it in American Idol.
Yeah.
Right, like he only really sings one way.
Yeah.
And it's the soul.
Well, I mean, he's suited to a particular kind of music more so than.
And that's not like due to the American Idol way of judging.
Yeah.
Singers.
Look, he probably also wouldn't have been successful if he had been in a band that wasn't like Soundgarden.
Yeah. That didn't. But we just think that like if someone's a good singer, and not that you're not right in that Justin Bieber is a good singer, and you should at least respect someone a little bit for being a good singer. But it can't.
A load sword.
We've had that for so long. It can't be the only way by which we.
Yeah.
Just like, you know,
it's
just like in video games, we assume that if something has good gameplay, it's the only, or if something has a good plot, like we'll forgive so much for a game not being good at a lot of things if it's good at one thing.
But the thing with Justin Bieber being like the pop monolith that he is he has a crew of people writing his songs for him. He has people playing his music for him. The only thing that's expected of him is that he sing well, and if he does that well, what really is he doing wrong?
Yeah,
that's kind of how I look at Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, I don't think
the one thing that's actually expected of him, he does well enough.
But he does it well enough. But like, you still have to be an all right person, and like from what I've heard from his latest London tour, he was a child.
Yeah, and I mean that is a fair point.
But yeah, like my gripe with video games right now is that people don't demand anymore that gameplay be connected to story, as long as one of the two is good.
Yeah.
And I mean, people might think that's kind of odd coming from a guy who plays only JRPGs, but I think gameplay has a lot to do with story in this. Because this, like you said, this game really has a theme of freedom of movement. Like, you can move anywhere through space and time eventually.
Yeah.
And both time and space have a huge bearing on the game itself and the individual fights.
I'm quite certain those shields aren't blue.
They look blue to me.
No, they're gray with some purple tint at the bottom.
Due to lighting?
Yeah. Due to alien-inspired lighting.
Let me throw my 2 cents. Let's see it. Go on, already.
Apparently the guy who did the lighting for this game said he drew his inspiration from Ridley Scott's Alien, which... interesting, because like I'm not seeing a whole lot of Alien in this.
I mean, I've never really noted what the lighting in Alien is like versus like lighting in video games is a thing I really take for granted. Like
it was in the demo of Aliens: Colonial Marines. they had like real dynamic lighting and it looked super cool. In the actual game itself, it didn't have any, which is an issue, you know.
Until real like HD graphics happened, like lighting in gaming wasn't a thing that stood out a lot.
No, but it is.
So to think about the lighting in Chrono Trigger, you have to really sort of.
But it is good. Like they've got like there aren't a lot of shadows in old.
That's true. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is very light and shadowy.
It's funny. If you look at his running animation, it is just 2 frames. Like it's all of his limbs outstretched, and then standing still.
He does jumping jacks everywhere he goes, like forward jumping jacks.
The prisoner is escaping. Escape. Oh no! I really thought I'd be getting 2 people with that. You really have to slow down with this game, I find.
Yeah.
Just because of the position. I think after this fight, there's a save point. I'm going to call it there because I believe there's a boss fight afterwards.
It's the one that's in the intro video.
Yes. He's gone. Oh!
Whoa!
Luca, did you snuck it?
Luca just killed a man to save you. You owe her now. Yep. You owe her a life debt.
Alright, so let's... A Wookiee life debt?
Yep.
Top secret document. Alright, let's read it. Dragon Tank.
Owner's Manual.
The tank head repairs the bodies. It contains a shield that prevents damage by lightning and fire. So we have to destroy the head.
Not using any of the fire attacks that we have access to.
Yeah, it says lightning and fire, but we don't...
We don't have lightning, so...
Yeah, Chrono is lightning type, but he doesn't have a lightning move yet. I don't think he learns one until you, like, learn genuine magic, which comes later.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, that's it for this one. We're going to call it here. Next time, I assume we will be fighting a dragon tank.